Start stream. Be live. Okay, we are live and good to go. So, yeah, go ahead, Tim, whenever you're ready.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of ArmbarAudio. I am not joined by my trusted companion, John Kearns, today. Instead, of course, you all know him as the NerdyMark. He comes all the way from Dallas, Texas.
What is
by way of India?
Yep, they
Sid,
just.
How you doing?
I'm good. Yeah, they just imported me from India last night. So, anyway, but yeah, excited to be here on this this review show for NXT TakeOver in your house, not mine or Tim's. It's your house. So this was actually an absolutely amazing show. What did you think about it so far, Tim?
I mean, just like every other takeover, it delivered exactly what I wanted it to, and never disappointed in a takeover.
Mm-hmm.
I was having internet issues, so I did not get to see the first match, but I did see the highlights after.
Okay.
But everything was really good. Can't say that there was one match the outcome was not what I foresaw, but that's okay.
Right. Yeah, and we'll get to that for sure. For me, I think the night was pretty good. Not gonna lie, bit of a rough day today, just kind of emotionally, but this event made me feel better, so that's good. But with that being said, let's dive right in to our matches. So we opened NXT TakeOver in your house with the 6-man tag match. Bronson Reed, the North American champion, teaming up with the current NXT Tag Team Champions, MSK, to take on Legado del Fantasma. This is weird. I saw on Twitter some dude tweeted saying, "Oh, get ready for a real wrestling show with no indie flips and some bullshit like that." I'm like, are you kidding me? What are you watching? Because this match had all the flips and all the indie flips and all the vanilla midgets doing the spot monkey shit, and I loved it. It was so good.
So did the main event. And so you could even say Cameron Grimes.
Yeah, for sure. So I don't know what they were talking about, but either way, this was a very solid opener, very very hot, and just absolutely amazing stuff. All 6 men are fantastic. I would dare say that Santos Escobar and Legado del Fantasma are kind of slept on. I'm not gonna lie. I think that personally they should have the tag team titles by now, but it is what it is. So, but overall, man, I thought this was good stuff. I mean, Bronson Reed, absolutely. I loved how Santos Escobar was kind of playing the heel, kind of like the chicken shit heel, where he was just scared of Bronson Reed and he was tagging in a Mendoza and Wild so he doesn't have to deal with Bronson Reed.
He ended up having to deal with them because a few weeks ago on NXT, Reed splashed him into CWC's hockey-like barriers. Yeah. But today he put him through it. So that was pretty rad. Yeah. And I really liked the team of Reed and MSK wearing similar attire instead of wearing like their individual attire. I thought that was really cool. The end where MSK hit their finisher and then Reed hit the big splash, that was fantastic. I don't think Santos Escobar slept on. I do feel like Lockheed Mild and Mendoza have not been given their flowers yet. They do deserve a tag team title run at some point.
Mm-hmm.
But we heard from two guys who are in the tag team division, and who I think will be the next tag team champions. Timothy Thatcher and Tommaso Ciampa cut a hell of a fucking promo. These two guys you do not want to fuck with at all.
No.
And like, if you watch their promo and you don't feel like these are two guys who can rip you apart, then I don't know why you're watching anymore.
Yeah, I mean,
but going back to the first thing you said about the comment about real wrestling, I don't know what that means. Aside from, if you want to watch real wrestling, you should be watching high schoolers and colleges and the Olympics. Because when you're talking about professional wrestling, everything is real wrestling. Get that through your thick nerd skulls.
Come on,
anyway,
don't insult nerds. Oh, jeez. I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, I understand what you're trying to say, and I am really excited for the I keep wanting to call it Texas Tornado, but it is just a tornado tag team match between Thatcher and Ciampa versus GYV. So it's, I joke, but I call it the Grizzled Young Veterans versus the Grizzled Old Veterans. But Ciampa and Thatcher aren't really that old, so that analogy doesn't.
Really they're just Ciampa's just gray, man. I got some gray hair. I'm not old.
Yeah, I have like one somewhere here. I know you can't really see it, but I do have one. Anyway, so at the end, yes, the champions do retain. I think that was the right call. I don't think MSK or Reed need to lose it just yet. Their title runs are still kind of at the infant stage, as it were. So hopefully at some time down the line, though, I wouldn't mind seeing Escobar getting the North American title. Maybe not off of Bronson Reed, but maybe after whoever takes it off of Bronson Reed. And MSK, definitely, if they drop it to Wild and Mendoza, I'd be fine with that too, because I still think that all these factions, I would love to see all factions kind of have a moment where they hold all the gold. They did it with Undisputed Era. I want them to do it with Legado as well. Let them be.
I could totally see Legado being called up before that happens.
Yeah, they probably will.
They've done that with other tag teams, like
Lucha House Party.
First of all, Cass and Enzo. They never held NXT gold. They got called up. Heavy Machinery. So like I could totally see Vince bringing them up before it happens, just because Humberto and Garza are not really connecting the way that they should be. Luckily, Dominic is.
Yeah.
But
that's because he has his dad, though.
And Santos Escobar, out of all of the native Mexican wrestlers employed by WWE, he speaks the best English. Disregarding his wrestling, just based on that, like they should be doing something with him.
I can see that
sooner than later on the main roster.
I can definitely see that, but yeah, I mean, I still want that image of Legado del Fantasma raising all the belts in the air. I just think it would be a good visual, just because they have that kind of grandiose kind of aura about aesthetic about them, and it would just, I honestly think the North American title would look so good around Escobar's waist. It would just look really nice. But anyway, that being said, let's move on to our next match. Unless you have any other final comments, Tim.
No, I'm good.
All right, let's go. Up next, we had... What's up?
Martinez against Xia Li. Yes. I really liked that they were going all the way back to the first Mae Young Classic, where Mercedes Martinez tapped Xia Li out. And Xia Li came out tonight looking amazing. Mm-hmm. Those hair extensions were fantastic. This is exactly what you would expect out of both women. I mean, strikes, suplexes. You know, Mercedes Martinez is one tough and rough woman. So is Xia Li, and that's what we got. Xia Li ended up winning with a very beautiful, kind of like an enziguri. There was also a nice royal butterfly by Mercedes Martinez beforehand. Boa tried to get involved, but Mercedes thwarted that. But yeah, ultimately Xia won, and then afterwards they wanted to end Mercedes' career with a chair. Mercedes turned that around, and then what happens?
And then I forgot the person's name on the chair. It's like something Yi, something like that. I keep forgetting. I literally just tweeted about that.
Well, they're saying two different things. Like,
yeah, they're saying Tian Sha.
Tian Sha is the entity above all of it, and the person sitting there is something else.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I forgot their name. I literally just tweeted about them like not too long ago, and I freaking forgot their name. But yeah, like I think it's just hold on. I have to say this. I have to see it. Mei Ying. Sorry, I had to look it up real quick. But yeah, Mei Ying. She or he was confronted Martinez, and basically force choked her and threw her across the entrance. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't really feeling that. I honestly think it would have been just fine if Xia Li just took the victory and they disappeared in smoke. If they wanted to continue the feud, that's fine. Let them attack. Let Martinez attack Xia Li after a match or something. But I didn't need to see all this. That's just my opinion. I feel like it just cheapened the victory a little bit. It took away from Xia's victory because it's like, she was able to, kick her ass in the ring, but then now she is not able to finish the job.
I agree about that. Mm-hmm. It did take away from Xia Li's victory. But
yeah, that's my wife, dude. You don't do that.
I guess this whole thing is not just about Xia Li. It's about that whole story. And I kind of thought it was fucking cool. Because, I love B comedy horror movies, and I like my favorite movie is Big Trouble in Little China. And whenever this whole thing started, the vignettes and everything, a year ago, I was totally into it.
Oh yeah.
And seeing that character actually get up and move and everything, it has me very interested. And I wonder who that actually is. Also, the reason it may have happened is because that fucking the model who was in WWE got signed back. What's her name?
Oh, Eva Marie?
Yes. It is rumored that when she comes on the TV, either Piper Niven or Mercedes Martinez, or both of them, will be in a bodyguard-like role. So...
And I guess it's better than Retribution. I don't know.
I just remembered what that was.
Yeah. Jeez. Anyway, but yeah, overall, the match itself was still pretty good because these are two fantastic athletes, and their styles are extremely compatible in the ring. So, I mean, good stuff from both of these ladies, but still, I mean, I get the whole Big Trouble in Little China, but see, here's the thing with Big Trouble in Little China, that movie doesn't take itself so seriously. It understands that it's a cheesy, stupid action movie, and I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm just saying, but the Tian Sha bits, they take it so seriously, and so injecting comedy into it, I felt it was kind of jarring. Just me, but it is what it is. We'll see where this goes.
I definitely see where you're coming from. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but we'll see where this goes. Hopefully, we'll see what's going on. Yeah, I mean, if Martinez is gonna be Eva Marie's bodyguard, whatever. I don't know how I feel about that, but
Hey, as long as she's happy, she's making money and stuff.
There you go. Yeah, that's true. Okay.
But anyway, this next match was actually the match that I was looking forward to most on this card.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because Cameron Grimes, the character, has been fantastic ever since Trevor Lee signed to WWE. Prior to that, everywhere he went, they didn't really know what to do with him. He was always a great worker. LA Knight, similar deal. He was in FCW. They let him go. He went to TNA. He made a name for himself. And he went down to NWA. Always a great worker. Had the mic skills. The mic skills came to Cameron whenever he came to WWE. I felt like this was a very good matchup. And the entire idea around it, everything, all the building towards it, like, Grimes got rich off of Dogecoin or Bitcoin or whatever.
It was the GameStop and then Dogecoin.
Yeah, and then Ted DiBiase is introduced in, and now he's obsessed with Ted DiBiase. And then LA Knight is a rich guy, and he likes to look good. He likes to have all the nice stuff, and all that was perfect. And DiBiase saying that this isn't just about money; it's about being the best worker in between those ropes. It's true. If you listen to any podcasts or interviews or anything like that with any of the old timers, everybody praises Ted DiBiase as a wrestler, and so I really like that both of those things were part of this story, and it made sense with both competitors in the story. The match was a little too long.
Okay.
In my opinion, but there were spots there that made me forget that I thought it was taking too long. They utilized the ladders very well. Like I was mentioned earlier about the flipping, Trevor Lee jumping off of that apparatus was fantastic. That move he does, like the moonsault power slam, is fantastic. Mm-hmm. It just, these guys put on a hell of a show. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's all good. Yeah, and also this match was also for the $1 million title, which is which is apparently now the toy version because that shit looks so friggin' small. But first of all, hey, we got someone named Jake Kearns saying hello, watching TakeOver now. Just wanted to show support. So thank you, Jake Kearns, for the support. Love you, man. Anyway, but no, yeah, it's John from ArmbarAudio. So in case you didn't know, but what was I saying? Yes. So for the $1 million title, yeah, but I do agree with you, Tim. The whole everything building up to this was really, really fun, and it was just cool stuff. I think personally, I feel like Cameron Grimes should have won just so he could have gotten his comeuppance.
100%.
Yeah.
This whole thing has made people more invested in Cameron Grimes than he ever has been. Mm-hmm. They ever have been. And last week, when they did the promo in the ring, all three of them,
yeah,
he cut one of the best promos I've heard in like a year or so. And the crowd was getting behind him, mm-hmm. and we even heard it in this match. They were chanting for him, chanting against LA Knight. But on the other side, DiBiase is one of the best heels of all time. Are you going to put that legacy in the hands of a face?
I don't know if he's a face. Is he even a face?
It's starting to feel like it.
I mean, he's a tweener for sure. Yeah.
I don't know if the feud's over.
Probably not.
And if it is, Grimes needs to be. He needs something. They need to do something.
I mean, Grimes in kayfabe does have a lot of money, so he can easily just buy it off of LA Knight if he wanted to. But we'll see. I mean, I don't know.
Make another one. That would be hilarious.
That would be crazy.
He made the $1 billion title.
I want that, and I want Cameron Grimes is you see that picture of Cameron Grimes holding the money and with that big old grin. I want that, and I want it to spin like the John Cena spinner belt. That would be the funniest shit ever, and I would laugh my ass off if that happened. No, but it was a good match. I loved one spot where Cameron Grimes was about to hit LA Knight in the balls with a ladder, and he dodged out of the way and hit a cutter on the freaking, not even on the rungs of the ladder, on, the side of the ladder. That looked absolutely painful, but I loved it. I like the big gold ladder that Grimes brought in. That was cool, but yeah, finally your winner and new $1 million champion is LA Knight, or LA Knight, as he likes to do. I'm kind of warming up to it. I mean, I'm used to the Eli Drake thing, but I'm kind of actually warming up to the LA Knight. It's definitely just old wine in a new bottle, and I'm all for it because the Eli Drake character, like you said, being developed in Impact and NWA, is a really good character, and I'm glad that they brought it into NXT with them not changing too much except for really the name. So. Yeah. That's a good thing. So good job WWE, I guess.
And even though I wanted Grimes to win, whoever had won this match, I would have been happy because I'm a fan of both of them. Yeah. It's just Grimes has been working his ass off, and he's been a great character. He should be holding something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind if he goes back in contention for the North American title again. That would be cool. Bronson Reed versus Cameron Grimes for the North American title. That would be a good match. We've seen it before, but now that the stakes are higher, it could be a good match.
Or you put him in a triple threat with Santos Escobar, and that's how Escobar gets the title. And then Grimes beats Escobar eventually. That would be good.
I could see that too. That could be nice. Or him versus Swerve. That would be nice too.
I like what they're doing with Swerve.
Yeah,
I like it a lot.
Yeah, he's basically a SoundCloud rapper, and I love it. But anyway, so with that, ready to move on to the next match? All right, let's do it.
Yep.
Battle of the Texans. We had Raquel Gonzalez, the NXT Women's Champion, taking on Ember Moon. I've honestly felt like in the past with takeovers, they've kind of had the women's matches as the cool down match. But this wasn't it, because it started off hot from the beginning and just continued to deliver from there.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead, Tim.
No, I agree. I'm saying yes.
Okay, so, yeah.
But if you want me to talk, I'll talk.
Please. This is your channel.
Ember Moon is one of my favorite female wrestlers of all time.
Same.
And her against someone like Raquel is a great matchup because Raquel, she's the female version of Diesel. She's the female version of Kevin Nash with maybe a bit more athleticism.
Yeah.
I really like how she presents herself with the title around her back because her back is very ripped, I guess.
Yeah, she got that demon back.
And it showcases, how sizable she is. It's an interesting way a different way to present yourself as champion. I do like that Raquel was able to catch the Ember off the top the first time she came with the double knees. She caught her. I liked Ember Moon's tenacity, and she wouldn't give up. And at one point, she did hit those knees, and she hit the Eclipse. And I said, those long legs are too close to the ropes. And, of course, Dakota Kai must have heard me because she threw Raquel's leg up on there. And then I was like, fuck.
Yeah, and then Shotzi came out and chased out.
Finally, yes, my woman, Shotzi comes out and gets Dakota Kai out of there. But we all know Ember's already had her chance. Raquel's got this in the bag.
Yeah.
She hits that awesome one-arm power bomb, but like the transition into it was fucking fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
The woman is strong as fuck. And whenever I saw Shotzi come out, I was like, that's it. You know, I've been wanting Shotzi to get the title. So since we've been talking about who's next and all that stuff, I'm going to say right now, after Raquel has a couple more defenses, Shotzi should be the one taking it off.
I would love to see that.
Yeah, this is a good feud. And by the way, throughout the show and last week on NXT, we saw so many instances where wrestlers were fighting each other and had to be held back. And before the main event, we saw all four of these women having to be held back. And during this show, we saw the people in the main event. William Regal, what are you going to do, man? Because I think people are going to start calling your title into question.
Yeah, and we'll talk about William Regal towards the end. But, yeah, I think overall, what a great match. I think both of these women are absolutely fantastic. Raquel, like I said, she's got that demon back, a la Yujiro Hanma from Baki, and it's just really cool to see how, like you said, how she presents herself. I think it's been because we've seen people, flex their biceps or pump their pectoral muscles and whatnot, but we never saw someone flex their back. That's pretty cool. But the thing is, see, that's just like her entrance. She doesn't make it about, oh, look at my big, strong back. She has some character. She actually is pretty good on the mic. I don't know if at some point we're going to get a feud between Dakota and Raquel because, Raquel, even though Raquel was kind of like kind of always in the background while Dakota was in the front, now that Raquel has the women's title, Dakota is slowly fading towards the back, and it's almost going to be like Raquel just completely, encompasses her literally and figuratively. So, we could see eclipse. Well, no, that's Ember Moon. That's Ember Moon. Only she can eclipse people. No, but completely just, overshadowed by, Raquel Gonzalez and her dominant title reign. And, eventually she'll be like, well, it's because of me that you're famous ever, and now you're ungrateful, and I'm going to kill you, or I'm going to kick your ass, or whatever. So, yeah, I mean, that could be a feud at some point, and then we can transition to a feud between her and Shotzi, Raquel and Shotzi, and perhaps Shotzi will take the belt off of Gonzalez. But overall, I dug this match. Good stuff right here, and looking forward to see what's in the future for Ember Moon. Hopefully, it's still in NXT and not on Raw and SmackDown. Anyway, with that being said, we're gonna move on to the main event of this pay-per-view, and that was for the NXT title, the NXT champion Karrion Kross versus Cool Kyle O'Reilly versus the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne versus Johnny Nickname versus Adam Cole, baby, in a fatal 5-way for the NXT championship. First of all, I don't know who Johnny Gargano was cosplaying as. It looked almost like he was...
Shawn Michaels.
Who?
Shawn Michaels. They even said it.
Oh, he was cosplaying Shawn Michaels. Okay. So I didn't... Okay, I thought he was... I'm so used to him cosplaying as Marvel characters. I'm like, which Marvel character is this? But then again, Shawn Michaels. Oh wait, Shawn Michaels in a Marvel comic. Wow, that would be interesting. Anyway, but yeah, this was.
And Pete Dunne was wearing white and blue as an homage to the England's football team that is doing well.
I don't know.
Wayne Barrett said it.
I don't watch soccer. I'm sorry.
Neither do I. But I was listening to the commentary.
Yeah, and then Kyle O'Reilly. I'm sorry, man, but I like Kyle O'Reilly a lot. But his theme music is just gotten so generic. What?
Pete Dunne's theme music sucks too. What the fuck? Why did they change it?
Yeah, that one sucks too.
It's terrible. It's generic. Same with Kyle O'Reilly's music. Generic as shit.
Cole's is okay. Cross and Gargano are the two people with the best theme songs from these 5 men. That's kind of sad because, like you said, it could have been 3 if they didn't freaking change Pete Dunne's theme. I don't know. Unless they're gonna add vocals to it in the future, I don't know what to think. But anyway, despite that, this match started off hot and pretty much didn't let up throughout the entirety of it. And
it was fucking awesome.
It was awesome. I loved it. I liked
the multiple stories going on with Cole and O'Reilly, but also the guy that Cross didn't want to face in O'Reilly. O'Reilly was the first person to put Cross down.
Yeah.
I liked how Cole inserted himself into this match. Cole is undoubtedly the best wrestler on NXT. No ifs, ands, or buts. But I loved at the beginning. Cross has started wearing this gladiator-like piece around his waist, and it's perfect.
I like
it because he is a fucking gladiator.
Yeah.
He's been doing that. Down.
He's been doing that since the previous TakeOver, the match he had with Finn Balor. So
yeah,
and it's great. I love it.
Great, dude. It's so good. It fits him perfectly. I loved how Gargano was super creative in this match. Like, you'd forget he was there, and then he'd do a spot that you didn't expect.
Mm-hmm.
Like, at one point, O'Reilly was sitting in the corner. He put Cole in a tree of woe, and then he lawn darted Dunne into all of them.
And just started kicking the shit out of Adam
Cole. He did
the
slingshot spear as O'Reilly was holding up Cole for like either in a submission or in a suplex or something. We saw Cole and O'Reilly work together and powerbomb Cross onto the table. We also saw Dunne and Gargano push him through the door of the set.
That was great.
And at each of these points, we got to see the 4 smaller guys just put on a fucking show.
Oh, yeah. There was even a point where there was a hope spot, especially for Pete Dunne, where he hit the bitter end on Karrion Kross.
Yeah. And then after Kross kicked out, Kross was going for the straight jacket.
Yeah.
And he fucking broke his finger. He snapped his fingers, and he was going to go for the bitter end again or something like that. But Gargano jumped in and hit a DDT.
Mm-hmm. Well, go ahead.
I was marking out, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I was marking out.
Going back a little bit, I loved, how when Cole inserted himself into the match, he attacked O'Reilly, he attacked Gargano, he attacked Pete Dunne, and all 3 of those men got their, he got his comeuppance courtesy of all 3 of those men. That was also really, really good. I liked how, I do wish that Cole and Gargano drew on their past history just a little bit more, but that's neither here nor there. And in my opinion, I thought it would have been cool, but it is what it is. I liked how Karrion Kross was specifically targeting Adam Cole throughout multiple points in this match because he was the one who actually confronted him in the end, and so now
and caught under his skin.
Yeah, and I loved when he attacked. I loved how he just Kross went on a tear and basically, it was Suplex City for all 4 of the other men, and he hit the suplex on Adam Cole, and he went, that was awesome. That was hilarious.
Yeah, I think he hit a double one with Cole and either Gargano and O'Reilly.
Yeah, I think so.
Like a double side,
I think so. Yeah, you're right. I know that Gargano try to do a double Gargano escape, which was really good on Cole and Dunn. And that's when, of course, I think Kyle O'Reilly broke it up. And then we finally had the Doomsday device or the straitjacket, whatever, being applied on O'Reilly. And O'Reilly passed out.
But O'Reilly had Cole in a double heel hook.
Mm-hmm.
And as Cole was gonna tap, Cross came to put the straitjacket on Kyle. Kyle started losing strength in his arms. Cole rolled away like an idiot instead of, trying to kick Cross or something.
Mm-hmm.
And Cross put Kyle to sleep. And it begs the question. Cross asked for a fatal 5-way, which is just very dumb because you do not have to be pinned or submitted to lose your title. He was in there with 4 of the best guys that NXT UK, 205 Live, whatever, has, and he won. Who will be the only thing that I could think of, Sid, is if they put the 2 NXT main titles together, the UK and if they do a unification.
Worlds collide,
That's the only way I could see Cross losing. Because right now, in the NXT landscape, yes, I may have said Cole is the best all-around performer wrestler. But right now, nobody is holding a candle to Cross.
No.
And if you can't beat him in a 5-way where you have other people helping you or where you could take advantage of not having to beat him, you aren't going to beat him one-on-one.
No, not at all. I mean, I could see definitely, like Walter versus Cross. That would be great. I think that's the match that we really need to see. And like a unification, that could be cool. Or there are rumors going on right now about a certain NXT superstar coming back WWE superstar who got fired, and apparently he's coming back to NXT. I mean, a certain Samoan who loves to shit in Nakamura's cereal for some reason. Samoa Joe, I would love to see confront Karrion Kross and just take him to his absolute limit. And also Samoa Joe, I mean, he's a big guy, but he's also really short. So if he can apply that, and we've seen him do this to like even Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, and many other people. He climbs on top of them and hits that clutch and just holds it in for days. I would love to see that image of him just, trying to just having Kross just get on one knee, then on both knees, and trying to power out of that. That would be great. If Samoa Joe is coming back to WWE, put him in NXT, give him a feud with Karrion Kross. That's one thing that.
Right away.
That's
right
what I would
away, because you have nobody else that can.
No.
I mean, Cole, possibly because he's very cunning.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he's a jackal. Anyway, but after this, we saw William Regal walking out of the door from his office, and whoever, I think Sarah McKenzie, whatever her name is, she asked what he thought about NXT TakeOver in Your House, and he said, through all this, it's been 7 years since I became GM, and I've never encountered such pandemonium. So I think it's time for a change, and he just walks off. What could that mean, Tim? What do you think that means?
Maybe Samoa Joe has been rumored. Maybe Samoa Joe has been rumored to be at the Performance Center, not for just a wrestling role. maybe Samoa Joe is coming to take over Regal's job.
I could see that. But then again, I don't know if he's manager. Yeah, I guess he can get physical. Yeah, because Kurt Angle's done it, so that could be something. I think that's like
like Regal's change is bringing back Samoa Joe and being like, I want you to make sure that these fuckers keep everything in order. I need you to be my warden, basically.
Yeah, you're or the constable of NXT, except don't make him shave his head and put on a suit and eventually
like he works at TGI Fridays. Yeah, we don't need that.
Yeah, or he wants to, or he's just really eager to park my car in the valet. Anyway, but
okay,
yeah.
So
yeah,
with that, wherever you are in the world, whether it's morning, noon, or night, you have a great peace, love to all of you. Sid, bring it in. Bang!
Boom!